Listen here. So test of significance for variables, large samples. Okay. This is the second method in hypothesis testing. Already we completed the first method. In the first method, 3 topics we covered. In this class, we are going to see how many topics are there in this method. Okay. The method is called as here the test of significance for variables, large samples. Okay. When the sample size is more than 30, it can be considered as large sample. In this case of large sample, its significance will be tested by the following 3 steps. Following 3 steps we are going to see in this topic. These are the 3 steps here. Step number 1, okay, testing standard error of x bar or standard error x bar. X bar is nothing but mean. This is the second method. The first one, this is we are going to discuss these 3 are the problematic we will discuss in this class. Test of standard error of x bar or SE x bar. It will be written in this short form also. Then second one, testing the difference between two means. See, two means, I am using the word two means. So in this method, we are going to focus on only two means only. Okay, here in this second method, standard deviation information also will be given, but we are focusing on two means. Why? Because in the given question, the examiner will ask test the difference between two means. Okay, this is the second one. And the third, in the second method, third here, testing the difference between two standard deviations. Two standard deviation here. So in the second method, we are focusing on two means, but here two standard deviations we are going to focus. Okay, in the given question, everything, all the information is given clearly. We need to identify. That is up to us. Okay, so we will start in the second method, the topic first one, testing standard error of x bar, or we call it as SE x bar. X bar nothing but mean. Okay, so here this is the first one. While testing the significance of statistic in case of a large sample, the following is a list of formula for obtaining standard error for different statistic. Number 1, standard error of mean. Okay, when standard deviation of population is known, when standard deviation of population is known, then this formula is going to apply. That is standard error x bar is equals to standard deviation p divided by under root n. Okay, x bar is equals to standard deviation p divided by under root n. Standard deviation p by under root n. Okay, then here next one, see where SE x bar refers to standard error of mean, standard deviation p is equals to standard deviation of population, n stands for number of observations in the sample. Okay, this is when the population is known. When the population is not known, we have to use standard deviation of sample in calculating standard error of mean. The formula for calculating standard error is here. Standard error x bar is equals to standard deviation. Okay, standard deviation within the brackets sample divided by under root n. This is the formula when the standard deviation of population is not known. When the standard deviation of population is known, then we have to follow this one. Okay, these are the two formulas. Based on the given question, we will apply the formula. The next, when standard deviation of the sample, it should be noted that if standard deviation of both sample as well as the populations are available, then we should refer standard deviation of the population for calculating standard error or mean. Okay, after standard deviation of population is known or unknown formulas are applied, then we will get some value. After getting that value, the calculated value will be calculated. The calculated value is equals to x bar, okay, x bar minus m divided by standard error x bar. Here this is a formula, x bar, okay, x bar minus m divided by standard error x bar, or this formula we are going to apply. Difference between sample mean, difference between sample mean, here this one is the difference between sample means minus population mean, minus population mean. Okay, the difference between sample mean and the population mean information will be there in the question, then divided by standard error x bar. Okay, then after this we have to do fiducial limits also. Fiducial limits means in the first method, the first method, second one, second step, that is the test for proportion of success. In that we discussed regarding the p plus r minus 3 under root p q by n into 100. So in the same way, here the 95% fiducial limits of population mean 95% is given. Okay, 95% is nothing but 5% LOS. Okay, 5% LOS. In the given question, we need to identify. If in the given question, sometimes the examiner will, for your confusing purpose, he will mention 95% or 99%. What is this 99% and 95% means? Here 95% indicates 5% LOS, 5% LOS, level of significance. So here 5% level of significance means 1.96 is the critical value. So this is the one more formula. In this way we have to write x bar. While we are solving the problem, the x bar value will be, already we know, plus or minus 1.96 into standard deviation by under root n. Okay, this is when 5% LOS is given, or LOS 5% LOS as well as 1% LOS is not mentioned in the question. Then we have to assume that this is the fiducial limit formula. Then sometimes if 99% or 1%, 99% or 1% LOS is given, instead of 1%, they will give 99%. Fiducial limits of population mean are here. This is a formula, x bar plus or minus 2.58 into standard deviation. This is standard deviation by under root n. Okay, under root n. Here the formula will be written in this way. Please note down the formula, plus or minus 2.58 into standard deviation divided by under root n. Okay, this is the formula, under root n. Okay, we will see the problem now. So you observe the problem carefully. Okay, a mean height obtained from a random sample of size 100 is 64 inches. The standard deviation of distribution of height of the population is to be known 3 inches. Test the statement that the mean height of the population is 67 inches at 5% LOS. Okay, at 5% LOS, as well as set up 99% of limits of mean height of the population. This is a one more step we have to write here. Okay, previously what we done, we applied the 5 steps. They are this: setting hypothesis, setting suitable significance level, test criterion, doing calculation, then we are writing the decision rule. But in this given problem here, what happens here, the examiner will ask set up at 99% of limits of mean height of the population also. So what we have to do, Again, step number 6, fiducial limits of the given population. In this way, we have to keep the heading or set up 99% limits. Within the brackets, we are going to write upper limit and lower limit. So upper limit and lower limit we need to find out. So okay, here the 5 steps we are going to apply. What we applied in the first method. The first one is a number 1, setting hypothesis. Okay, setting hypothesis A and B. Null hypothesis H naught mu is equals to H naught. Then alternative hypothesis H naught HA, this is not H naught, this is HA. Mu is not equal to HA. Okay, then setting suitable significance level, setting significance level or setting suitable significance level. So 5% LOS, 95% is a confidence level, that is 1.96 is the critical value, that is a Z critical value. Then test criterion. Okay, we are going to apply this formula, X bar is equals to standard deviation P under root N. Okay, then doing calculation. In doing calculation, you observe the formula. Again, we have written the formula, that is X standard error X bar is equals to standard deviation P divided by under root N. Then here standard deviation P is 3. Okay, standard deviation. See, observe the point number in the given question. After full stop, you observe the formula here. Observe the point here, not formula, sorry. The standard deviation of distribution of height of the population is known to be 3 inches. Okay, that is a 3 inches. The 3 inches is written here. In the place of standard deviation P, we have written here 3. N is equals to 100. It is clearly mentioned. Random sample size 100. Okay, random sample size is 100. Then simply we are going to implement this formula. Then 3 divided by under root N, that is 0.3. 0.3 is the standard error. X bar is equals to 0.3. Then after the calculated value, we are going to apply the, okay, the calculated value is equals to difference between sample means minus population mean divided by standard error X bar. Difference between sample mean and population mean. See, I am using the word sample mean and population mean here. Sample mean is here. Sample mean is 64. Mean height of a random sample. Sample mean is 64. Then population mean is here. This is the mean height of the population, clearly given 67 inches. Population mean is 67 inches. So simply what we are going to do, we are going to apply the formula here. You observe the formula. Calculated value is equals to, okay, 64 minus 67 divided by this one standard error X bar. Okay, you will get 10. You will get the 10. And finally, after getting these 10, what is the next step? We need to compare this 10 with the critical value. Okay, the calculated value 10 is greater than or more than the table value or the critical value 1.96 at 5% LOS. Hence, the null hypothesis H naught will be rejected. In this way, we have to write. Then after step number 6, see here in the step number 6, setting 99% limits. In the given question, set up 99% limits is given. 99% means here that is 1%. Okay, setting 99% limits, upper limit and lower limit. In this way, we have to write upper limit and lower limit. 99% confidence level indicate 1% significance level. At LOS, the table value is 2.58. Okay, 2.58. Limits are here. Simply, we are going to take this formula. X bar plus or minus 2.58. Okay, 2.58 into standard error X bar. Standard error X bar means this is the formula. Okay, then after we are implementing these all the values which we got, and we are going to know the upper limit and the lower limit, upper limit and the lower limit. This is the first method. In the second method, first one, okay, this is a problem. These three say first we completed here. Okay, so in these problem we need to focus on only few things, that is here standard deviation of p, population mean and random sample. Okay, I think you understood. So any doubts you can ask the doubts. Thank you for listening this class. We will meet in the next class. A few problems are there, two more problems are there. We'll discuss in the next class two more problems, or we move to the next topic. Okay, thank you very much.